Hey guys, Kim here from Kim on a Whim. Welcome to my channel. As you saw from the last 30 seconds, we are getting a lot done in this video today. Most of it's stuff that I've just been putting off. Some of it's just, your basic cleanup. But I am going to start here in the bedroom just to get my bed made. I am going to tackle this corner that you see behind here over to the side on the right hand side there. That will be coming up in a future video. I just really need to tackle that. It's a bunch of paperwork from like 2-3 years ago that I just need to go through and get done. But for right now, we're just making the bed and moving on. So I hope you guys join me or just hang out. Guys, I couldn't have timed Nick's little drum beat at a more perfect time than that. He has no idea I'm doing a voiceover, so he's just, if you hear that in the background, it's just him drumming, which, gotta admit, I love hearing him drum. I know it drives my daughter crazy. Like, Mia's like, oh my God, how can you stand this? And I'm like, you know what? I don't mind it, and sometimes I can even tune it out, which is a little weird. But now that we've made our bed, we are going to tackle some towels that we need to get done. So let's get some towels in the washer.
I don't need nobody else but me. But I'm thinking about the way you move, the way you make me grounded. Thinking about the way you used to hold me. Like a song in the water singing down, down, down. I'm still falling for you. Forget what I said.
Okay, so the load of towels are in the washer and that's going. Now I'm just going to tidy up a little bit in the kitchen. I have a few dishes in the sink, not too many, which is kind of surprising. And I'm just going to go through and get everything cleaned off in the kitchen.
It doesn't matter what you're gonna say. I just need time right now. I'm going alone tonight. I don't need nobody else but me. But I'm thinking about the way you make me grounded. Thinking about the way you used to hold me. Like a song in the water singing down, down, down. I'm still falling for you. Forget what I said, just come on over. Oh, forget what I said, just come on over. Oh, forget what I said, just come on over. Jump into the car on a Friday night. I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town. I've never seen a sky so blue. We don't have a plan and the night is young. It doesn't matter what we do. There ain't nobody.
Okay, so I've cleaned up all of the dishes that, the few little dishes that I had in the sink. And now I'm just going to go through and start to clean off my countertops because I was at Aldi's the other day. And I always like to go through their Aldi's Fine section. Like, here's the thing about me. I don't really buy much. Like, I do my basic shopping. I do my food store shopping, my household items shopping. But every once in a while, I will kind of go down the aisle at Aldi's, at that Aldi's Fine section. And you do find some stuff. I did find, I cleaned them all out and I was just waiting for them to dry up so that I could put my oil and vinegar. It's a little caddy. It's kind of a wooden little caddy that holds 2 glass bottles for oil and vinegar. I just had like the bottle of olive oil that I would buy at the store and just leave that sitting out. I just wanted something maybe a little bit nicer sitting on the countertop since I don't have the space to put stuff away. Like, everything that I use on a daily basis just has to stay out on my countertop. So here it is here, and it's really cute. I do like it, I'd have to say. Although this is this little oil kind of funnel. That was for something else that I have. Wasn't working. I just needed to do a regular pour on it and just pray that I didn't spill it all over the place like I usually do. But it worked out pretty well. And then any of the excess oil that was left, I just kind of rubbed it on the back of my hands because olive oil is supposed to be really good for you. So yeah, I figure my hands are always dry because they're always in water. So yeah, tell me what you think about this little Audie's vine that I have here.
Jump into the car on a Friday night, I wanna drive with you. Looking for a bar in the nearest town, I've never seen a sky so blue. And you're taking me high, ain't nobody like you, I'm not coming down. Ain't nobody like you, I could go 1,000 miles as long as I'm with you. Yeah, you're taking me high, ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you. Ain't nobody like you. I don't think we got enough time to sort out all the fights.
Okay, so here it is up close. Like I said, it's got a little bit of olive oil on the one side, and then I put balsamic vinegar in the other one because we use balsamic vinegar a lot, more so than we use like a regular or an apple cider. So I figured I'd keep those out on the tray. And then this little tray I got at Target, their dollar spot. I think the tray was $3, and it's just like a porcelain tray. The two little jars here are from IKEA that I keep my ground pepper and my salt in, and that way everything that I use daily is right there. Now we're just going to move into the living room. I just need to do a quick dusting, and you're going to get to meet somebody special in the family.
So high on a low, that's when I love you the most. Now I thought I should let you know, yeah, no words no more, no. I really thought we had it covered. Was gonna patch up all the scars, but we smashed up all the parts. Oh na na na. Always knew that you were stubborn, but didn't know it'd be so hard to figure out who you.
Okay, so in just a second here, you're going to meet the new addition to our family. Anytime I wrestle a treat bag, or even if you grab a bag out of the cabinet in the kitchen, she comes running. So you're going to meet her, and I'll let her introduce herself in just a second.
Yeah, and I thought it's time to know it for sure. Just thought I should let you know that no words no more, no. That's when I love you the most. Now I thought I should let you know, no words no more with you, no words no more with you, no words no more, no.
So that was Abernathy. That's what my husband calls her anyway. That was like one of his deals. If we get another pet, I want to call her Abernathy. I don't know if I'm fully on board with that name, so we call her Abbie. The kids just call her Kitty because that's what she responds to. But she's been with us now for I think about 8 months, 9 months now. We found her on our patio. She would walk by a couple times when we saw her, and I started putting a little plate of food out for her because she looked cold and hungry, honestly. So I'm like, you know what? It's getting too cold. I think it was probably mid-November. I'm like, it's getting too cold out. So I brought her in the house, and well, that's it. Now she's in our house. So her belly's looking a little weird. They had to shave it. We just had her fixed, and kind of had everything done so we can make sure that kind of, if she does get out, because she was an outdoor cat, that she won't have any babies, and kind of try and help with the the kitty population. But so that is Abbie.
You're gone now, will you call me back? Yeah, I know that you're the traveling kind, it's a known fact. Yeah, I know that. Once you've seen all the things, all the places, I hope it means that you'll come home to me. Once
So she definitely does make cleaning a little more interesting, that's for sure. But this is the first time that we've had a cat. I did have cats growing up. My parents always did have cats. So I guess maybe if you guys can help me out here, she will wake up at like 4 in the morning and just start meowing, either at the kids' doors or she'll just meow sitting in the living room. I don't understand why. And I know I was reading, they said to like just ignore it, but wow, it's like really loud. And I guess it seems louder because everybody in the house is asleep, but ooh, she can really belt it out. And sometimes I think maybe, okay, is she hungry? But we do keep a thing of dry food down for her. And then at dinner time, usually when we eat dinner is when we'll put a little plate of wet food down. So she's got food, she's got water, she has access to her litter box. So I don't know what it is. Like, why is it the 4 o'clock, like, howling meow? If anybody knows, leave a comment down below. Kind of clue me in, I guess. So now I'm going to get some laundry folded. I did have stuff in my dryer that I needed to touch up in order to get my towels out of the washer and into the dryer. I always have stuff in my dryer to touch up, and sometimes I will touch stuff up multiple times a day. I put it on, I touch it up, I forget about it, or I go do something and I'm like, all right, if I fold it now, it's still going to be wrinkled. But I think I figured out why my elbows and my shoulders start to hurt after I do laundry. And I'm going to give you a little sound bite of what it sounds like when I'm folding, especially t-shirts for some reason. And now I know why I have the joint pain after folding a day's worth of laundry. Here it comes. Like, guys, why am I so aggressively folding t-shirts? Like, I am slapping them down. They did nothing. It's like this aggressive. I think it's because I just want to make sure they're not wrinkled and try to get as crisp as a fold as possible. Although, let's face it, they kind of just sit in a pile after I give them to the people that they belong to. But shh, you didn't hear that from me. But it's so aggressive. No wonder why, right?
I got this boy on my mind that I can't live without. Oh, his eyes are killing me. And he keeps talking about everything that he likes, and I can't stop listening. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time. I'm thinking about him all the time, all the time. And my heart's beating fast when he's looking like that. Oh, his smile is killing me. It's the way that he moves.
Okay, so touched up laundry is now folded, and we figured out why my elbows hurt after folding shirts. So check, we got that in line. Now we're going to put the towels into the dryer so that we get that checked off of our list. And then next, something that I have been putting off for probably 2 weeks now are 2 of my husband's ties just have a stain on them. One has something that he spilled during lunch here on this. Of course it shows up on the white part of the tie, right? And then the purple tie, he said he was drinking a soda that kind of spilled down. So that has a bit of a stain. So we're going to take care of that next. Okay, so I'm just going to use a mixture of, I did like a pinch, literally just went into the Tide powder and got a pinch of that and some hot water and just a white washcloth that I know hasn't been used for anything else. And I'm going to kind of just scrub in different directions here just to try and get all of the stain from the fibers in each direction. I will say this. Don't be nervous when you first do it because it's not going to look like it's getting any better, especially with this purple tie. I think with this one, I need to go back in a little bit more and spread out the area that I wiped down. I guess the stain was a little worse than I thought it was. I think just the material of it, you really can't tell, but it will look worse before it looks better. You can see like the wet spot there, but that will dry and you'll see everything will be nice and clean.
be a fighter if you want. I can be a fighter.
Okay, so while the ties are just sitting there drying, today's video is pretty much just stuff that I've been putting off, and I really have been putting off cleaning my area rug in the front room. I'm going to show you. It's like a little, it's disgusting, honestly. And here's what happened. I put the area rug down, and I usually like to clean my area rugs every 6 months, like right around fall and then right around spring. But last year, at the end of last year, I was noticing my carpet cleaner that I use just was not working as well. It wasn't getting my rug dry, and the fact that I have a hardwood floor underneath kind of made me nervous because it was just leaking onto it and not sucking the solution or any of the water back up. So in true fashion or true form for me, I will not buy anything unless I absolutely need it and it has to be on sale. So this was finally on sale. I got it at Walmart. I think it was under $150. I know that. It's just a Hoover carpet cleaner. And I will say it did work really well. Not sponsored or anything, just, kind of letting you guys know what I'm using. I will say the instructions were a little iffy for me, only because I kept going back to what I knew from my old machine, and it wasn't the case with this one. Like, you weren't supposed to fill up that big jug that I just did with soapy water. That was supposed to be just plain water, and then there's another compartment for just the solution. I finally got it together, but not really in this area here.
Making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear my calling. There's no one else here that I see but you. It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Falling in love. You set my wheels in motion. I'm going crazy for you. I feel like the ocean.
The cool thing with this vacuum too is it does have a little, like a power shot where you can kind of pre-treat a stain. And I am concentrating a lot on this area right here. It's kind of the part that goes right into the kitchen. There's certain areas of the rug that you can see are like a little more dingy than others, and you can even, like, if you look at the rug here, you're like, it's not so bad, but it's not supposed to be a cream colored rug. I don't know what I was thinking buying a white rug.
It's what you're doing that's making me feel like I'm falling. Yeah, I'm falling in love. Yeah, I'm falling in love. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. I wanna kiss you before the sun goes down. It's what you're doing, making me feel like I'm falling. And when you're moving, I can hear.
Okay, so it's time to dump the dirty water, and when I say dirty, like, it's beyond dirty. It is disgusting. Like, oh God. I almost didn't want to even put this on here because it is kind of embarrassing, but you know what? This is real life. That's just how dirty our carpet gets. And we've been trying to be a lot better with taking our shoes off at the door so that, especially this carpet, like I said, though, honestly, I don't know what I was thinking. Yeah, let's get a white carpet. I mean, there is gray in it too, but for the most part, the carpet's white. It's less than smart on my part, but I love this rug. That's why my husband's like, just get another rug that's a little darker so you don't, you're not stressing over this. And I'm like, but I love this rug. I think it's so pretty. So I got to deal with it. And I'm probably going, like, this is my second time going over everything here. I kept it out. It's still sitting in my kitchen because honestly, I just need to go over it again. I don't know that I am crazy about the solution that came with it. So I think I might just do my own solution of some powder Tide. I might throw in a little bit of like a borax and an OxyClean and try and get it nice and clean with that. See, here's the shoes. We're trying to take all of our shoes off as we come in the house, but it's not totally working, but it will.
It's all about you. It's all about you. It's all about
So now my third pass on the carpet is literally just drying it. You saw it had like a little button there where I could do just a dry feature. And I'm just trying to go around and get any excess water that is in the carpet, because I said like the hardwood floors, that kind of freaks me out. The water wasn't as dirty this time, still dirty. So it still could use another passing, but not as bad. And if you stay for just another moment, you're going to see the ties all dried up and they came out really nice. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.